For many gearheads, the revving of the V8 engines of muscle cars is a dream that just cannot be put into words. But the price tags that these engines come along with may not make it too easy to achieve that dream. But what if we told you that's not entirely true? What if we told you you could have all that with an affordable budget? Hit that like, subscribe, and stick with us till the end as we unveil the top 10 cheap American muscle cars. Number 10, Chevrolet Camaro Z28, 4th generation. This beauty's newer models may come with a much heavier price tag. This early 90s model comes as the whole package. With its 5.7-liter V8 engine, kicking out 275 horsepower, you're in for a smooth and speedy ride. And we know what that means for muscle cars. For those seeking a total adrenaline rush, this would be an incredible pick. But let's not forget that fuel economy isn't its forte. You'll sure be impressed by the 12.9 cubic feet of trunk space it offers, which of course translates to some incredible practicality for weekend trips or errands. Not only is this 4th generation Camaro Z28 a classic American muscle car, but it also possesses a grace that you may not find in most muscle cars. One of the best things about this vehicle is that it has all these plus points while being completely budget-friendly. An incredible choice for enthusiasts indeed. As far as you're looking for some of the cheapest muscle cars, this one is worth considering. Number 9. Ford Fairlane, 4th generation.
Yeah, that thing's sick as fuck.
Speaking of muscle cars in general, this beast has always been a fan favorite. Sure, in the beginning it was mostly just considered another one of those reasonable mid-size cars. The 4th generation Fairlane could very easily be considered with Ford's potent V8. It sure did have some really incredible power during the time of its launch. Once this was put together with a lighter and smaller frame than full-size cars, the Fairlane got a surprisingly decent amount of muscle. Not all Fairlanes may be considered drag strip monsters. The Thunderbolt, launched by Ford later on, enhances the features of muscle cars in general. Fast forward to today, these 4th generation Fairlanes with their powerful V8 options are such a convenient purchase considering the price at which they are sold. It just makes it one of the best choices for enthusiasts seeking a classic muscle car experience with many options. C-Mon. All of that below $15,000 is definitely not something that should be missed out on. They're also very easy to find and can be maintained with much more ease than a lot of other muscle cars. Number 8. Ford Mustang GT, 4th generation. If we're talking cheap muscle cars, we are just going to have to mention the GOAT. This car brought forth some incredible features, like the sleek new edge design to the Ford muscle car franchise. It totally boasted some of the most modern features for its time, along with its powerful V8 engine. One of the most talked about models from back then was the GT trim. This model came with a 4.6-liter modular V8 engine, delivering a healthy 260 horsepower and 302 pound-feet of torque. This would mean some crazy acceleration of 0 to 60 miles per hour time in merely 6 seconds. This clearly promises us a combination of both classic American muscle and a touch of modern elegance. So to sum it all up, it's extraordinary modern design, reasonable features, and incredible V8 power. This 4th generation Ford Mustang GT is undoubtedly one of the best budget-friendly picks among muscle cars. Not to mention, it is not at all difficult to get your hands on as well. This one truly is a gem for under $15,000. Number 7. Dodge Charger, 7th generation. Let's give it up for this beauty, because it is one of those American muscle cars that brought back the true meaning and functionalities of a muscle car. It's got some pretty aggressive styling and has all the best features of classic Charger models. What people love the most about this car is that it has an extremely iconic nameplate, and more importantly, an incredibly convenient budget pick in the muscle car franchise. Let's take the 2012 Charger RT for example. This one features the legendary 5.7-liter Hemi V8 engine and can produce horsepower up to 370. It's got an incredible torque of 395 pound-feet too, we know that means some of the smoothest and craziest acceleration in a good way, of course. This is definitely the kind of power we would all look forward to. The classic V8 rumble provides sound so satisfying you'd never want to get out of it. Speaking of the 7th generation Dodge Charger, this car provides one of the most incredible combinations of retro-inspired design and modern V8 power. So if you're going for something with a classic touch while also having a modern style and aesthetic, you really don't have to think twice about the 7th generation Charger. We can promise you this one delivers all of it, and even more, while also being extremely affordable. Number 6. Plymouth Barracuda, 1st generation. One could go on and on about this machine, and how it could be one of the most perfect muscle cars ever. This vehicle is an ideal embodiment of the vintage aura of muscle cars. Not only is it rebuilt stylishly, but its performance too is on a whole other level. Boasting a 4.5-liter V8 engine, the Barracuda is known to produce up to 235 horsepower. So if you put together compact construction and a beastly engine such as this, you'll have the Barracuda. This is one such vehicle that is sure to be envied by others. Be it on the street or at the drag strip, the Barracuda can very easily take breaths away with its marvelous performance. Because of its lightweight structure and beastly performance, this car is considered a more supple form factor than some of its contemporaries. One very underrated factor about this car is its decent looks. So, that classic look it boasts along with its strong V8 performance are some of the reasons why the Barracuda has always been a people's choice. So, what are you waiting for? Wouldn't you love it? Barracuda in your garage? Number 5. Ford Crown Victoria, 2nd generation. This ride may stretch the definition of a muscle car, but its powerful V8 engine and rear-wheel drive fulfill key muscle car criteria. This large four-door sedan, built on a body-on-frame platform, was among the last of its kind. Introduced in the late 1990s, the 2nd generation Crown Victoria featured a 4.6-liter modular V8 engine producing up to 250 horsepower. Not overwhelming, but easily enhanced with aftermarket upgrades. While its classic frame isn't known for nimble handling, a modified Crown Victoria can convincingly mimic a muscle car, and you can find a good one for under $10,000. Plus, with ample parts availability, it's an ideal project car. Do you think this is great? Get ready for an even bigger surprise at number 1. And if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Now let's dive back in. Number 4. Pontiac Firebird, 4th generation. How would this list be complete without this piece of art? And we're talking specifically about Formula and Trans Am trims. These vehicles showed the world some pretty decent performance with a 5.7-liter V8 engine. It also produces a horsepower of up to 305. All this thrill at such a low price isn't exactly the whole point of this list today. Let's not forget to mention how cool it looks with its sleek aerodynamic design. That, along with its strong aftermarket support, could possibly make this one of the greatest options for enthusiasts. Number 3. Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS, 6th generation. The 6th generation, especially models from the early 2000s, came equipped with a supercharged 3.8-liter V6 engine. While not a V8, its 240 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque give it plenty of muscle car spirit. The Monte Carlo SS is a comfortable cruiser with a powerful engine, making it an affordable option for those looking for a blend of performance and practicality. Number 2. Buick Regal GS, 2nd generation. This list has got to have this elegant machine. This beauty from the late 90s and early 2000s features a supercharged 3.8-liter V6 engine producing 240 horsepower. Now this one could be a little bit unconventional when it comes to muscle cars, but its power and front-wheel drive layout are sure to promise enthusiasts an unbelievable muscle car experience. The Regal GS is known for its reliability, and rightfully so, And what you'll find most surprising is that you can find well-maintained models for just under $5,000. Number 1. Mercury Cougar XR7, 6th generation. Specifically speaking, the models from the late 80s and early 90s boast a 5-liter V8 engine producing an incredibly fierce 200 horsepower. While this may not be the most powerful one on this list, it still does incredibly well as a classic muscle car at a budget-friendly price. The Cougar XR7 is a hidden gem for those who appreciate retro styling and V8 power without having to rip a hole through their pockets. And there you have it. Which are the ones that you are planning to get? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Want to know about the 15 classic cars for sale under $10K? Check out this video to find out.